My name is Brian Noe, and I am a marketing communications student here at Columbia College, Chicago. I was a corporal and got promoted to sergeant on inactive reserve.
Ty Hanazuski, senior at Columbia College. I got stuck as a junior Marine.
My name's Andrew Reed Pauley, and I'm a stand-up comic and student here at Columbia College, Chicago. Woo! Go Renegades!
My name is Samuel McHugh Anderson Bishop Cox II. I'm a former U.S. Marine, and I'm a student here at Columbia College, Chicago, Illinois. I was an E3 Lance Corporal, or me getting out as a Lance was known as Terminal Lance. So I had a case of the E3s, and it was terminal. Terminal Lance is just, in the military there's a lot of terms and acronyms, and one of them is if picking up corporal, which is like E4, like in other branches picking up E4 is not a big deal, but for us it is, because that means you lead a lot of guys.
Being a veteran is, it's not something bad, not something bad. It's something, I feel it's something positive.
I mean, like every experience, it's pretty mixed, you know? It's good and bad.
I experienced really the highs and lows of life, whether it was not showering for months at a time.
Getting yelled at, I don't like getting yelled at.
Or it's eating the same 12 meals for 7 months.
A lot of ridiculous formations at ridiculous times, standing around forever just to go do nothing.
Having to contend with sandstorms, hailstorms, mud storms.
Unfortunately, I blew out my knee before going to war.
I never really went anywhere, just kind of stayed in Missouri the whole time. It was kind of, I wanted to travel and see the world. I got to see Missouri.
In 1 year, just being in the Marine Corps, I was coast to coast and overseas.
Within the 4 years and 1 month that I was in the Marine Corps, I saw 11 countries.
I started at San Diego, California for boot camp.
I had never left Illinois, and then I got to go to California.
MCRD San Diego, which is a tease because you're right next door to the airport.
Go to North Carolina, back to California. I went to Europe and then the Middle East.
And then from there I went to 29 Palms, California for radio operator school, and then I went to Japan.
It was really cool. So the traveling was fun, but overall, it was definitely the friendships you make. There's nothing as strong like it.
The biggest one is the brotherhood, the connection you make with people. I've been home 6 years. I still talk to 90% of the guys I was stationed with at my last base.
Taking that life experience educated me into a lot of things. It taught me a lot about myself as a person, how much stress I can deal with. It taught me the camaraderie that I've gained out of the military is the experience within itself. It's like when I was in the military, like all my friends introduced me to new stuff. I mean, hummus. I mean, I'd never had hummus before I joined the military. Wine, seafood. I really didn't enjoy that stuff until I learned to. Like it's, I guess the military is just like I said. It's a life experience.
The good things that made it worthwhile, at least looking back on it, like in a retrospect, was definitely my friends. Like. It's sad to say I know my friends better than I know like all my cousins and like some of my siblings. Like those guys are like another part of me. Like we went everywhere together. Years had lain ahead of me in what was supposed to be an honorable enlistment, but seemed to me like a prison sentence. Then a year lay ahead of me, then months, then weeks, days, hours, and then one day I was done. All that work, all that sweat, some tears, I'm not gonna lie, and all these destroyed tendons. The hazing, the never-ending working parties, the cleaning of everything in sight, the hardships, the vast distance from home, the heartache of your significant other leaving you whilst overseas, the betrayal of friends with said significant other, the misery. But then there was the friends, the loved ones, the good times, the adventures, the drunken shenanigans in the barracks, the recollection of terrible times with great humor, and the brotherhood and all the laughs that entailed. All these things are now a thing of the past for me, and merely memories that I can reminisce on. I find myself in an advantageous position, surrounded by tolerant and like-minded folk who are passionate about the arts, creativity, and their craft. But there's still this struggle that not only I, myself, but some other of my fellow veterans feel. This perception that as a war veteran of Operation Enduring Freedom that I'm damaged goods. And no one likes to say it out loud, but you can't say you haven't had a similar thought cross your mind at one point. They're a veteran, they've seen some things, they'd react to this or fly off the handle at that. Oh, he's drinking a little too much. He's probably drowning his sorrows. He's seen some things. All common phrases that I've heard. I'm not this specific context of broken by any means, but I am healing. I'm not empty and heartless, but sometimes I'm vacant.
No one told me about the remembrances I would have while sleeping, the random wandering off of the mind during a lecture, alcoholic intoxication leading me to think that I'm still on a forward operating base somewhere overseas, and the not being able to talk to many people about this honestly. And most infamously, the hair trigger rage that comes from the wrong look, situation, feeling, or response someone gives me. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I can say that we as veterans are all good-hearted people, and we don't want to react these ways. But we've been conditioned to see the world this way in what we're supposed to be our years of new adulthood. But we're still growing, we're still learning, and adapting to become the people that we will ultimately be. I thought I was more civilian than Marine whilst I was in, and now it appears that I'm more Marine than civilian whilst I'm out. I'm tired of people asking me what's wrong. I'm tired of people asking me if I've seen a dead body. I'm tired of "have you seen anyone die" being a common phrase I get asked when I meet new people. Have you killed somebody? I'm tired of seeing people wear military insignia and decorations on their clothes, thinking it's fashionable, only to brush you off with a "it's for show" man when you confront them about it, not knowing the cost of what some of those ribbons and medals entail. I feel I can speak for all veterans when I say this. We don't want your pity, we don't want your congratulations, your special treatment, your handshakes, your applause, your approval, your need to tell us how thankful you are, and that you almost enlisted but did not have the intestinal fortitude. We just want your understanding of who we are.
The point I'm trying to make is that if hearing my story, you've heard all my experiences. I was not some poor drone who didn't follow orders, and I'm here at Columbia as a junior with a 3.5 GPA. Overall, the military changed me. It made me into what I feel to be a better, responsible person. So I still travel the world. I was in Europe last January, and I still hang out with my friends, and I also still engage in opportunities to try to help society and better the world. The point is I wear this uniform, and this is who I was. I was Sergeant Brian No, but it's not who I am anymore, because I'm a veteran. I take the best portions of what I learned, and I try to instill it in my life today, and I continue on. So a veteran is someone with lots of stories, a lot of life experience, stuff into a short amount of time. And that's what it feels to be a veteran to me, is a guy with a lot of stories. So thank you.